8664. The fuel level within the float chamber of a properly adjusted float-type carburetor will be A. Slightly higher than the discharge nozzle outlet. B. Slightly lower than the discharge nozzle outlet. C. At the same level as the discharge nozzle outlet. The correct answer is B. In a properly adjusted float-type carburetor, the fuel level within the float chamber will be slightly lower than the discharge nozzle outlet. This ensures that the fuel supply is maintained at an appropriate level and prevents an excessive flow of fuel, which could lead to flooding or an overly rich mixture. 8665. The metered fuel pressure, chamber C, in an injection-type carburetor, A, is held constant throughout the entire engine operating range. B, varies according to the position of the poppet valve located between chamber D, unmetered fuel, and chamber E, engine-driven fuel pump pressure. C, will be approximately equal to the pressure in chamber A, impact pressure. The correct answer is A. The metered fuel pressure, chamber C, in an injection-type carburetor is held constant throughout the entire engine operating range. Injection-type carburetors use a constant pressure fuel system to ensure a consistent fuel flow rate and mixture control. The metered fuel pressure remains constant to maintain the desired fuel flow and mixture for proper engine operation. 8666. Select the statement which is correct relating to a fuel level check of a float-type carburetor. A. Use 5 pounds fuel pressure for the test if the carburetor is to be used in a gravity fuel feed system. B. Block off the main and idle jets to prevent a continuous flow of fuel through the jets. C. Do not measure the level at the edge of the float chamber. The correct answer is C. When performing a fuel level check of a float-type carburetor, it is important not to measure the level at the edge of the float chamber. The fuel level should be measured at a specified reference point or mark provided by the manufacturer. Measuring at the edge of the float chamber may result in an inaccurate reading. 8667. What carburetor component measures the amount of air delivered to the engine? A. Economizer valve. B. Automatic mixture control. C. Venturi. The correct answer is C. The carburetor component that measures the amount of air delivered to the engine is the Venturi. The Venturi is a narrowed section in the carburetor throat through which air flows at high velocity. This increased velocity creates a pressure drop, which helps draw fuel into the airstream for proper fuel-air mixture formation. 8668. If fuel is found running from the carburetor with the engine not running, the likely cause is that the A. Float needle valve is not seated properly. B. Float level is adjusted too low. C. Main air bleed is clogged. The correct answer is A. If fuel is found running from the carburetor with the engine not running, the likely cause is that the float needle valve is not seated properly. The float needle valve is responsible for controlling the flow of fuel into the float chamber. If it is not seated correctly, it can allow fuel to continuously flow into the carburetor, leading to fuel leakage.